Alright. Worst case scenario, should the ship have enough power or enough thrust through the repulsors to hover in an atmosphere?
In an emergency situation, that wouldn't be a bad thing. Because we could very easily get a little bit too close to a planet, not paying attention.
We'll try and avoid that, because it's probably will kill the server, all the calculations for that.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't want to set Fuzzy's shack on fire.
No. I like my shack. It's a good shack.
Alright, so... let's see, what else would we need for this? Turning. Honestly, I think rotational or gyroscopic turning should be higher focus than acceleration.
I can get behind that.
Just because... Now, I don't think it should be insane like the Hammerhead was.
No.
But we should be able to turn it without having to have a mile-long desk to run the mouse along. And what I was able to do at about 100 meters out, I stayed 100 meters out from an asteroid, thereabouts. I was able to fly by in the Dunwich at full speed and keep the nose of the Dunwich pointed at, with the dampeners turned off, keep the nose pointed at the asteroid.
Okay.
So, and that used quite a bit of thrust or gyros. I think I had like 350 gyros, and I was using the Keen gyro booster.
Mm-hmm.
So I had more gyro-ness going for me with those. So
oh, bother.
Turning is pretty good. We don't want to be able to, we want to be able to turn this thing without it taking all episode to turn the nose in.
Yeah.
What else would be good? Are we going to be for or against open space? Like you know how the Dunwich had that basically the bottom half of the hull was completely, there was nothing there. It was a huge amount of empty space.
Wasted space is a little unavoidable sometimes, and it's very understandable. I would like to avoid it, if we can. If at all possible, avoid wasted space.
Yep.
That'd be my go.
Okay. And we're talking about the physical wasted space, not the channel.
Correct. Do not avoid his channel. He's pretty cool.
Right.
I'm gonna need a lot of displays for all the LCDs I'm putting in. Which reminds me, I still need a computing room somewhere.
Yeah, I don't have one of those yet either. I'm probably going to put it in with the my machine shop.
Yeah.
Since I have plenty of space there.
Right. And as small as the blocks are, I may do the same thing, but... And I need a programmer block per LCD, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Oof. That would be an issue.
Yeah, some of my... Now, you could always just leave some of them blank.
Yeah, I likely will. And to be honest, I don't know just how concerned I am to having an actual computing room, but just access to them if need be.
Yeah.
So I think I have some empty space under here that I can use. Maybe.
There's that. So, got maneuverability. And the acceleration is straight line acceleration. We would like it to be able to move horizontally and vertically and in reverse with the RCS thrusters for docking and things of that nature. Also, one of the potential mods that we're thinking of using is because it, and I'm mentioning this because it uses for trade, in that it requires a specific type of docking setup.
Mm-hmm.
The enhanced exploration mod.
Right.
That one will require a look at to see exactly how that their docking for trade works. Unless we're going to go full on pirate, but we won't know that until we start.
I've tried to pirate that ship. It is not an easy task.
I think he just said we're going pirate on that.
You have been warned.
So, I think that pretty much covers everything. Then we've talked about the guns. We've talked about defense. We've talked about rooms. And if you can come up with something that surprises us, surprise us. If you would like to see that. We are building our own. If you want, you build one along with us. We're going to be trying to figure out the design and everything else, like we've said. And we thought it might be interesting and get the community involved in this. So, yeah, if y'all want, surprise us, build one. Once you're done, put a link to it in the comments, send a message to us. We'll with the workshop link, and we'll take a look at it. Probably do a spotlight video on it.
Alright. That should be enough computers. How many did I just put in? Programmable buildable blocks. How many do I have? I have, looks like 28 of them. There should be plenty.
Yeah.
Don't drag... You're dragging me down. Okay.
Dragging him down, Smalls.
Okay, my interior's coming along well.
I'm almost done with my exterior.
Something, I don't know if you've done it by accident yet and saw it, but I've discovered that the Uncle Steve's stuff has a weird snap point. And you can place things in a weird spot to give it a layered look.
Cool. I can tell you one thing. I am not looking forward to having to build this last ramp area.
How's that?
Of the outside of this. It is not a pretty thing.
I'm about to do something to break up underneath of this one. It's gonna be really, really flat.
Mine's gonna be really, really flat. Just because, yeah, it's gonna be really, really flat.
We'll see. Want to finally get the primary hull of this fleshed out and done. If it fits, it'll stay flat. If it don't, I might do something about it.
Well, one of the... What's going to break up the underside of mine is going to be the work I do to make the landing gear fit in.
I got you. I wonder how these would translate into large block ships.
Oh, what we built?
Yeah, so far.
I don't know.
I saw on the workshop someone was doing a 1-to-1 to the Intrepid class Star Trek ship.
I thought that Paris was that.
Looking good so far.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Well, delete like that. I made another grid. Damn it.
Do I need to go and try and clean it up?
Oh, you're welcome to, but it's not going to disappear. Let me work around it for a little while before I relog.
I think the lazy path has won.
The lazy path?
Yep.
What you done did?
You know where I was talking about my piping getting in the way?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna run with it.
Sometimes you got to. Because unfortunately the full conveyor block doesn't actually allow for that little divot piece to go away. I don't think.
Nope. No, you don't really understand how lazy I'm doing.
Oh no. Should I be a little worried?
No. I honestly think it's not going to look that bad. Here's a question for the large ship. What do you think of the guided missile mods. I know we've never really messed with them multiplayer-wise.
I would certainly like to give it a chance.
Okay. Alright, so I'll add the guided missiles into the potential mod list.
Okay.
And whatever you feel like is appropriate for the missiles.
Continue floating away. Hang on, man. Let me push you out of the way. Come here. Come here. There we go. You two can go also. Come here. Play kickball with his cubes. Get out of my ship.
So,
Single cubes are not welcome.
I'm gonna have to get a new mouse.
I got a nice new shiny mouse when I bought that motherboard for the other computer.
What brand?
The MSI brand itself.
Ah,
Nice red dragon on the grip. It's weighted. It's got adjustable weights in it. It's nuts. Yeah. Actually feels kind of nice being a little bit heavier. Won't lie. Feels kind of nice. Alright, so since we've both gone somewhat quiet, and I've been generally kind of quiet as we were going through the
ship
mod
bits?
list, and
Yeah.
yep. Have you ever been to a con of any sort?
Once. Was the Acon in Dallas. And while I did not set out to go there, I had gone into Dallas and with some friends, and I was the ride, and they didn't tell me that they'd grabbed me a ticket.
Gotcha.
I was going to be doing other things, but I went ahead, went in, and it was interesting. Because I had brought or was wearing the my duster, and I have a Australian styled cowboy hat, and apparently my friends talked me into going to this costume competition for a character I don't know anything about. I can't even remember it, but apparently, I didn't win, but I got a place for a costume competition I wasn't even trying for.
And what is Acon?
Anime convention in Dallas.
Okay. There are a handful of conventions that go on within a day's ride of where I am, and that is an odd block where that does not belong. One in downtown Savannah is one coming up I'm going to try to make this year. There is a proper Comic-Con in downtown Savannah at the Civic Center, I think it is. Never been to it. Didn't even know we had one until this year, and I was already too late to go to it. I believe Dragon Con is in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I think. And there's a Renaissance fair that my sister goes to. Somewhere relatively local.
Okay.
Which I know is not really a con, but Yeah.
Yeah, there's a huge Ren Fair down in Houston that I've been to.
I think I want to make an effort to go to a convention of some sort. So I've never been to one.
So, anything particular you really want to do at any of the conventions, or is it just to experience one?
Mostly just to experience one. I think it'd be cool to meet some of the actors. If I were able to make it to some of the bigger ones, like TFCon or some of the bigger science fiction ones, where a lot of our known and favorite actors show up at it. It'd be pretty cool to meet some of them, but just to experience one, just to be there, maybe check out some of the stuff they have on the sale floor and whatnot.
Okay.
Probably wouldn't have the money to actually buy anything on the sale floor, but it'd be kind of neat to just experience it. Yeah.
You could go to HasCon. The convention of Hasbro.
Yeah.
HasCon will travel.
For real, man. Is Richard Boone going to be there?
I don't know.
He's dead.
I don't know. It's Hasbro, man.
No, Richard Boone was the actor of Paladin in Have Gun Will Travel.
Okay, yeah.
And he's long past now.
Yeah, my actor knowledge is not particularly good. Unless it's something that I dive into.
Yeah, mine's not great. I just happen to know him because I really enjoyed Have Gun Will Travel.
That.
I think I've already mentioned it. I won't mention it again. Something Space Engineers missing dearly. A proper measuring stick in creative.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just great.
Hmm?
I used the wrong block and I got a bunch of bouncing... Okay, it's time to relog. I'll be right back.
Yours is growing quick.
Yeah, it is. I wasn't kidding when I said it was going to grow quite a bit when I start hulling it up. Okay.
You have a huge... the wasted space problem I had as well.
Yeah. I could probably do something with it, but I ain't going to mess with it.
I put piping in mine. The heavy piping.
Well, if I need it. Yeah, if I need it. Well, I don't need much heavy piping because of where it's going. Kind of covered it up for a moment. I have to uncover it.
Alright.
But anyway.